Google has added Gemini support to Google Forms. What this means basically is that you don't have to start with, a blank form. You can put in a just regular worded prompt to Gemini, and then Gemini can give you different form elements that you can keep as is, or you can just kind of edit slightly to fit your use case. But if you've used Gemini before, you know that it can do a lot with a pretty simple prompt. So, a couple things to note before you even consider this feature. You need an eligible Google Workspace account or Google AI plan. This is also only available on desktop for now, at least. And as it says here, it's rolling out gradually and may not be available everywhere yet. I don't know what the actual release schedule is, but it's just from having the note on here, it may not be available everywhere yet. So if you watch this video and then you go and try it out and you don't see it, that might be why you don't see it. So we'll link this support article in the description so you can go through it on your own time. This goes through like gruesome detail and what you can do and what the steps are. I will switch over to forms and just kind of show you the finer points and probably enough to get you going if you don't want to read through all that. So this is just forms.google.com. And then if you're not logged in, then you will have to log in and then you'll get to this page. It might look a little different, just depends on if you've used forms before and what forms you have. The important thing is you're going to want to go to the top area where it has the start a new form, and then you just go to a blank form and you click on this, and immediately the Gemini window pops up. And you have two options in here. You can either go in the bottom area and just put in just a natural language description of what you want. It says, describe the form or quiz you want to create. You can type an @ symbol and then it can go into your files, like your Google Drive files, and it can start with like a doc or a sheet or a slide deck. So you can start with that and then make that into a form or a quiz. And then your other option is you can just look at some of the I don't know, predetermined scenarios that they have in here. So like, for example, create a form for employees to request time off. And you can click on the little shuffle here and it'll just keep going through, just suggesting things for you. So I will just pick one of these just to show you what it looks like. Perfect. So, okay, order form for a bakery, including questions for quantity and pickup. Why not? Right. So I'm going to click that and then it puts that down here in the prompting area. And so I can leave that as is, or I can change it to kind of fit my specific use case. And then once I have a good enough prompt to start with, then I just click on create. Yeah, it's going to think about it. And I mean, that actually happened really quickly. That was real time. And it goes here. So now I can look at this and it'll just kind of go through. And if you haven't used forms, it just basically has just different sections. And then you kind of piece all the sections together and you have a form. So this goes through and it has kind of a heading section and a customer name section and customer email section, etc. And I can go through here and each of the different blocks here can be a different format. So it's like these are radio buttons and this is a checklist. This is date. This is time. This is just a blank field that I can fill in, etc. So I can look through here and it's like if I like the way this looks, I can do create form. If I don't like, if I just look at this, I'm like, this isn't even close. Then what I can do is I can come up to the top here and I can change the prompt. So it's like, if this isn't even close to what I'm looking for, then the prompt is probably not very good. So it's like, maybe I didn't want a bakery. I wanted it to be, I don't know, movie theater. So I'm like, oh, why does that say bakery? And I can change this part and then do try again. I'm going to keep this one because it's good enough for this. And then it's going to drop it into the normal forms interface. And you can again, if you haven't used forms before, like each of these blocks is its own separate, like customizable section. So I can just go in here and then just like section by section, I can click on whichever one I want, and then I can change things. I can, if I like it, I can leave it as is. And then if I want to change something, like these are my options over here to change stuff. I can click and I can move things around. If I want this one, maybe under that there, and then I can just edit each section. I can add sections, I can delete sections, and then I can click on the bottom here for Gemini to like suggest questions on here. And then I can just manipulate each area until it looks the way I want. I can publish it. The other option, once I'm in here, if so, like maybe let me go back to the beginning here. So, okay, so let's say that I start from here and I go in and like, I don't want to use Gemini. And then I get in here, I'm like, oh, I really wish I used Gemini. There's a new icon in the top and it's right here and it's help me create a form. And if you click on that, you get the same window. So you don't have to start with this. You can go into just a blank form and you can start going through it and see, get as far as you get. And then you can always bring up Gemini at, after you start. You don't have to do it from the beginning. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, again, if you haven't used Forms before, it's actually a pretty straightforward interface. So there's not a ton to learn. It's not like, I don't know, Sheets or even Docs where it's just like you have all these options. Like Forms is actually pretty straightforward. So yeah, I mean, I think it's useful. I think in a lot of cases, someone has a form that they need to make and it's just, it looks like this and it's just like, I don't know what to put in here. I don't even know what sections I could do. So I think it helps with like the whole like blank page syndrome. And you can just come in here and even if you don't even have an idea of like where to start, you can go through and shuffle and it's just like, you'll probably see something in here that's close to what you want. It's like, I don't want a newsletter, but I do need something for a blog or where it's just like you only have to change, a couple words and then it fits your use case perfectly. But either way, I mean, you'll know what you need to do way better than I will. But Google has added Gemini to Google Forms. So now you can use Gemini either as a starting point or as maybe like a refining point to help you get the form set up exactly how you want it. So try that out and see what you think, and we will see you next time.